Hi, I am Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing a curved wall house. So there are a lot of curved walls in this house, and I wanted to do this my particular house because we recently got the ability to do curved walls, and so I might have went a little crazy. I feel like every corner, or not corner, have a curve on each side of the house, and this house is kind of like a modern art piece in a way. I was imagining the Sims that would live in here would be a musician and a painter. They're kind of opposites, and one's an introvert and one's an extrovert. One likes to have house parties, the other Sim likes to hide on the third level of the house, and so we are in the kitchen, still in the first level of the house, and I was trying to go for these lighter woods to kind of counteract the darkness of the floors, and it kind of helps bring out the whiteness with like the walls. And so we are just going to be putting this sink in the island. I do end up moving it to be against the stairs. I thought I had a bit better of a layout, but you still get this awesome view that you get with one of these curved walls. And so I would recommend maybe not putting this in Del Sal Valley. This is where I'm building it, but I feel like since there's a lot of windows in this house, put it in a more prettier area. I did build this on a big lot, so I don't know if you might have to keep it on a big lot. So just keep that in mind. I don't really keep up with the updates. There are a lot of updates recently with the curved walls, and then with getting 2 new packs. It's just kind of been a lot to keep up with, and so I think we're just finishing up the kitchen now. It's going to be adding a few items from the kitchen stuff pack. That's like one of the earlier packs that got released and still has good items, and so I just haven't used it in a while, and so I wanted to use them here. Is not a pat restricted build, and so you might want to keep that in mind when you play in this house. And so now we are working on the dining room. It kind of moves from this like side of the room to be in the middle of the room to have like a little bit of seating area on the side. And so I do want to keep with that like kind of 3 color, 4 color palette with white, gray, black, and this kind of lighter wood color. And so I do have room for 2 pets, or 1 pet, or I was imagining like small, medium dogs would live with the owners of this house. And so now we are just trying to figure out what to put on this wall. I did notice that I haven't really seen any other curved wall reviews, but I did notice sometimes it was hard to like place things on walls, and sometimes when I wanted to duplicate an item on the top of the bar, it was a little bit hard. It was like I was like trying to like duplicate the wall, but the floor would be selected, and so I just a bug I've noticed. And so here is a giant grand piano when you first walk in. Like I said earlier, there'd be an introvert and an extrovert living here. I wasn't sure if like the musician would be the introvert or extrovert, or if the artist painter would be the introvert or extrovert. I would kind of imagine, honestly, I'm not really sure. There's like it could go either way with some of these items I placed, and so we just kind of have a nice little shoe rack area. I did put that sign that tells your Sims to take off their shoes when they go into this house. Their shoes will come off. That's also probably good to know, since I was imagining the extrovert Sim would host a lot of dinner parties here, show off their weird modern curved house. And so they're not just like painters and a musician, they're like famous painters and musicians. And so you play in this house, you notice this car in the back of the lot, and so that is why that car is there, because they're like high up there. And so since garages aren't functional, I decided to make a workout room and a painting mural area. And so I wanted to like kind of play around with the mirrors some more, with like the curved walls some more, and wanted to see what the mirrors would look like since this is like a workout area. It'd be nice to like check out what you look like on every side of the room, and so I thought it'd be kind of fun. And this looks kind of funny with like the exercise equipment right next to the mirror, and I thought it was cool. And so now there's adding this like rug, but it also looks like an art piece that the artist did in the house, and so I thought that was kind of cool to use in like the like living room space. And so now we are just going to be moving the dining room into the middle and going to first be adding a half bath right off of the dining room because I wouldn't imagine these guests of the sim would want to go all the way up to the third level to use the bathroom. It's kind of like the private bathroom. I would suggest having like the door to the master or private bedroom to have like a lock on it for everybody but household members. So one, they don't use the computer. Two, so the introvert sim doesn't go crazy and need to get away. And so I can relate to that. I've been in some pretty big crowds recently and I'm just like overloaded. I need to be alone. I need to have my quiet time. And so, uh, good luck to my future self today to going to our county fair. And so that would be last week for you guys. And so we are just going to be making a little seating area, like I said earlier, to admire the curved wall windows. And so we are just going to be trying to find something to add to the desk in the middle of these chairs. That was kind of hard because like, ooh, I could like add the bunny statue. Like, ooh, I could add like lights, and nothing would like snap or like uh, be on that thing, be on the side table properly. It would like go under or go over, and so we are just going to be adding some last details in to the kitchen, and then I think we are going to be going up to the second level soon. I don't really remember how the order of this. I edited the video yesterday, and so we do have two pet beds, so they can also admire the curved window walls. And so, yeah, we're just going to be adding these posters and then be going up to the second level. And so this room is a little bit interesting, is the like media room, but it isn't like fully surround. There is like a balcony almost feeling because it's like the stairs, and but there's like a door to get into this room. Maybe this is also where the introvert sim would be hanging out, or maybe the extrovert sim would want to like have a movie night, although they can only have like 3 sims unless you change the couch to possibly be the couch from the Dream Home Decorator pack where you can make your own sectional. And so I did want there to be a little bit of space so your Sims can dance around and listen to the vinyls. I thought it'd be kind of fun since one of them is a musician to have like an old fashioned music player. And so I do also have a chest because I was just trying to fill in the space. And so this was a little bit hard to design for just because you couldn't put any, or I couldn't put anything like against the walls. And so we are now like in like a kind of a library space. I'm just kind of adding these chairs from the downstairs for this. Like I had 4 chairs for one bookshelf, which kind of sounds funny now I think about it, but I was just trying to like line this window with chairs. Kind of maybe would be facing the other way, but it's just the backyard, not that good of a view if unless you move it to a different lot. And so now we are just going to be adding a picture from the Get Famous pack, since that is where I'm building this house in that world. And so we are just now going to be going into the office, and this is where you enter the primary bedroom is through this office. So earlier what I was saying is you could lock this door, and then the introvert sim could have the computer. I have like a kitchenette in the primary bedroom, and I also have like musical instruments in the corners. Maybe it's the musician that is introvert, but I do also put an easel because of the windows. I thought it would be good to also have like a bird's eye view for the painter, and so we are just going to be adding some decorations, be adding a telescope, and going to be adding those instruments I was talking about. And so now we are just going to be adding some pictures. I realized I did not put that many pictures because of the windows and the curved walls were being a little bit weird. I did also want to have like balcony space, but the fencing did not like the curved walls, and so I couldn't have like the balcony space that I wanted. But if I did, it would be there. It'd be really cool. And maybe in the future, when I figure out how to do balconies, I'll do it. I'll come back and I'll add balconies up in this space. And so we are just going to be going with the bed area and going to have another seating area. I put a lot of seating areas in this house just because it's so big. And so now we are just going to be figuring out what to add on the table, but I just end up deciding to get rid of the table and put this chest in the area instead. And so now we are working on the kitchenette space. This is kind of like a breakfast bar, lazy morning station, or introvert area. And so we are just going to be figuring out the best layout for the kitchen. I wasn't exactly sure like what exactly to add, but I knew I wanted like a mini fridge and a microwave. And so I think next we are going to be working on the bathroom, which was a little bit interesting because of the curved walls. Every room in this house has at least one curved wall, and that's why I made this area just like kind of an open space besides the bathroom. And so we are just going to be adding some upper cabinets, and I realized I need to make the bathroom a little bit bigger, and so I end up moving this wall forward a little bit, and then I do have to get rid of the counter so your Sims can't prepare food unless you add another cabinet. But I didn't want to. I just wanted to make it like a kitchenette, not so much like a full kitchen. The full kitchen's downstairs, and so now we are just going to be adding the bathroom space. I just wanted like one wall of tile, and then there is like a throne room, if you will. And so I do like how this bathroom turned out, even including the curved wall. And I thought that was like kind of just a fun feature to have in this bathroom. Kind of would fit more. It wouldn't fit if it was just like square, but I feel like now that we can have curved walls, we can like do like shaped houses, like we can do triangles, we can do squares, we can do rectangles, diamonds, now circles. I feel like that would be kind of fun if like maybe I can do this with somebody else, but we could like stack up all of the shapes on top of each other. I thought that would be kind of fun. And so now we are just going to be looking for a mirror. End up using this one from Snowy Escape because I've used a lot of items already. Like I said earlier, this is not a pack restricted build, and if you want to play in this house, my EA ID is crfaldmo, and the information is down in the description if you want to play in this house. That would be really appreciated if you would like and comment and follow me over on Instagram. I'm trying to come up with some bonus content during this summer break I have, and so I think we are now just finishing up the bathroom area and just trying to come up with some privacy. So I use these curtains from the Discover University pack, and I really like how this turns out. The blinds are just on this third level because I feel like the third level is where you want most of the privacy. The first level is more of an entertaining space, and then I didn't add curtains on the second level because of the easel, and so we are getting close to the screenshot, so we are just going to be wrapping stuff up here, going to be going into the backyard and adding an agility course for the dogs. So please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so I hope you all come back for another Sims 4 video. Leave a comment down below of something you want me to build in The Sims 4. See you next week. Bye.